Been having a lot of fun with the P6. Trying to figure out combinations of ways to use it. DiBiase shows you some ways on his channel, so check him out. I know Ali Star has a few ways that he's been using. I think he has two of them with his SP, which is kind of cool. I'm looking for ways that I can use it too. I'm primarily thinking using it with the iPad just because it's so, or my iPhone, just because it's so convenient. Um, but I do want to consider getting a more tactile. These are cool, but a tactile keyboard with at least 25 keys on it. Just because I would prefer to touch the keys. The problem is I love this keyboard, but this thing can't power it. So that's not going to work. So I'm on the hunt for something that's a keyboard that's small, really compact, and battery operated, or maybe doesn't take that much juice at all. Because I'm wondering if it could power it, but I don't know. Then I saw Near Tao on his video open up the back, and he was mentioning maybe putting a stronger battery in the thing, which would actually be kind of nice, because if it had a stronger battery, it might be able to power a keyboard, MIDI controller. So that's something to think about that I won't be doing because I don't have that kind of skill set. And of course, it would void the warranty for sure if you go in there tampering with something. So that's not that I care about a warranty on this item, but yeah, that ain't happening. So what else can we talk about? Well, let's talk about the thing that I really want Roland to fix. There's a few things, but some I think are more prevalent out the gate. You can't change the menu dive in part of this because of the fact that it's a compact device, and you can tell obviously the screen is not getting replaced anytime soon. That's what you got, right? So it would be nice if the companion app that they make for desktop that goes on the Mac or the PC was on iOS and Android. Just make an app that we can use on the phone, because the phone is something you have in your pocket, and this is like a pocket type of device where you carry it around. So it kind of goes hand in hand. It would be nice to have that. I mean, if you walk around with a computer and using this device, it's kind of defeating the purpose of, in my opinion, of being a portable. All right, so what else can we talk about? So the next thing is, it would be nice when you chop a sample and you go into the keyboard mode, if you can adjust, even if it's just a little minimal adjustments, to be able to adjust the settings to those sounds, so that you get the ability to really tailor your sample chops. I understand they're probably not going to put threshold chopping in here, or what's the other one? Lazy chop, probably not going to hit here. It'd be kind of hard to do lazy chop. At least on these pads, it'd be kind of challenging. I mean, if they did it here, yes, if somebody says, I know there's a workaround, there is, in the sense of you could copy each pad. It takes a bit of time, though, to sit and copy. This is not a quick copy, by the way. It's not a copy fast. It takes a few seconds to copy each pad. And then you got to go in and adjust it manually and hope that you hit the right points, because, again, you're not looking at the chops on here. You can't see it. If they had put a nice little screen on there that, like, kind of like the one on the Move, able to move or whatever, where you could see the chop, then that'd be a whole different story. But that's just not the case. I don't know if this thing has zero snap. I know on the app it shows zero snap. So it would be nice if zero snap was on all the time. I know that sounds terrible. Some people might hate that, but the reason why I say that, or at least put a menu function in there where you can turn zero snap on or off. I'd like it on just because I don't want to have to deal. We can't see the thing, so I don't want to have to deal with my ears trying to figure out where the zero snap is. That's a bit much for this little portable device. So something in there where zero snap automatically is on or off. It may be a function there, but I haven't seen it yet, so that would be kind of cool. The granular is fun. It is quite a bit menu divey for it. And I think it turns this into the ADSR, right? When you are in it. And then I believe these might be start and stop. No, I think these are the ADSR when you're in that menu. But Yeah, I don't know. The granular is a lot of fun though. I enjoy it. So that's my. I think the biggest things are just that. I mean, the chops need to be adjustable so that when you put them across these pads, if they're a little out of whack, you can fix them. Especially if you're not going to put those other options to chop. Um, it would be cool, and I don't think this is going to happen, but I'm just talking it out, right? If they made it work in sync with Koala, kind of like the SP404 does now, how you can kind of use it with Koala. Right now, currently, I learned that the play, stop, and record buttons all work in Koala, so you can trigger that portion of it. But it would be nice if this had some way to function in Koala. Even if it was minimal, I would take that over nothing else. Um, if there was a way to send samples back and forth from Koala to here, that would be kind of cool via the USB. I mean, obviously you can sample in, but if and this is why I say they need to make an app for this. They really need an app, and I'm not talking about the one in the on the desktop. I'm talking about an actual app that works with this, that basically mirrors what you have here on the screen. Or in this case, I'd prefer obviously on the iPad or on the iPhone, that you could just go in and maybe adjust your chops, or you could, if you need to do some surgical stuff, you can get real surgical with your stuff. Because then the sequencer at that point now it would be a lot more fun to use, because it's easy to do simple one-shot drums or something like that on here. It can get pretty challenging when you're trying to deal with the samples on this device. So I think this is best paired with something else, like paired with the MPC, or paired with the SP404, or paired with Koala, or paired with, because the sound in it is phenomenal. That part they hit pretty well with the sample rate and the lo-fi, and the compression sounds good, and the filters sound pretty good. The pitch works really well. So they did a great job on that part of it for sure. Even the granular is a lot of fun. You can make some cool pad-like sounds in the granular engine. So that's my only things on what I would like to see them change. I'm sure somebody else has other things. I do think the battery life is not great on it. I think it's 3 hours if I'm not mistaken. And then it's like 3 hours to fully charge it back. So it would be nice if they made options to switch the battery pack out and buy a bigger battery or something that's a lot more, that would give you, because I could see this machine easily. I know the OP1 field is expensive, but that battery life is ridiculous. But it would be nice that if we don't even have that has a full screen where you can edit stuff. You don't even see a screen other than this little thing here. So you would think the battery life would be enhanced a lot more. I was thinking, I know the price is totally different, but I was thinking, man, if there was a battery upgrade option to upgrade it to maybe where you could get like 8 hours, 6 to 8 hours off of it, would be kind of more ideal for this situation. Anyway, just something that would be cool to see. Probably won't happen, but you can always hope and dream and wish and whatever else you want to say on that. Otherwise, I love this little device. Think it's a wonderful device. Roland hit big on this. If they ever add these features to the SP, I think that would be amazing. I could see a SP404 version Mark 3 would be nice to come out with. And I know a lot of people don't want touchscreen, and I get it. You don't have to touch the screen just because it's there, right? I don't, even when I'm using the iPad, I very rarely, I do my best if I can to not touch the screen. But it would be nice to have that to cut some of the menu diving stuff out so that you don't have to remember 50 million shift combos. Like it's some type of Street Fighter video game where you got to remember the button combos. But anyway, yeah, it'd be nice to not have that. So fun device. If you haven't picked one up, it's definitely put it on your list of stuff to get, because sound wise, I think you will not be disappointed. I think you'll enjoy it. The granular is kind of cool. It's portable. I mean, obviously it has a battery that makes it even better. And then the fact that you can use it in conjunction with other devices. It also can act as an audio interface for you. So there's a lot of upside to it for the cost of $219, I think is what it is. So anyway, just keep it in consideration if you haven't thought of it. And for sound design, it's amazing. You could use it to sound design your drums to get that extra crunch if that's what you want. And otherwise, that's it for this video. I'm out.